Yeah, at this point, really, it's kind of just, I ain't gonna say it's development, but it's like the way confidence plays so much into goddamn basketball players and shit, like, cause that nigga was not no scorer
Right.
none of his years, but to come out here and be like, oh yeah, he can drop 8 threes. I mean, I ain't gonna say like it's impossible, but it's like shit. Every NBA player can't come out there and do that, bitch. I don't know, like what the fuck do niggas really be doing unless they really,
Smack dab in the middle of
I feel like,
I-295 that
I feel like
encircles the
that's like
city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank
Right.
Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL
And
season
that makes
between the Green Bay Packers
like
and the Jacksonville
things more
Jaguars.
despicable.
how even just like
The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
some niggas in that 7-8 range and it, like Patrick Williams and shit, like, and it's like, bro, what are you really doing in the gym that this nigga is doing?
Yeah. Like, fam, you not putting in the work.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Here's a pass.
Wow, you have one
And he's going to lose you.
job.
He'll be backed up to the 25. So they'll
You
line up
have
using
one
5
job.
yards on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. And that
Three,
screen there on
like,
second
you
down
have
certainly
one
didn't develop
job,
how they had
fam.
hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On first down, Rodgers. He rifles one.
He got his feet down? That's crazy.
Picked off by Ashton
That Davis? I was
And
just
the
talking shit about you
Jaguars are
too,
gonna
Davis.
take possession
What
of
an
the
amazing
football as
signing.
they force the
What an
turnover
amazing
on the
signing.
opening drive.
That
Not
boy just
something
learned
you
the
see
playbook.
very
He don't even
often
know
from
what's
a
really going
quarterback of
on.
his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no
That's
doubt in my mind that
inbound.
even he's
That's-
surprised at how that one
Let's
played
throw the
out.
ball away.
But we know
Whatever.
this guy is
Let's
not
throw the
going to
ball
stop
away.
him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Hey, that was a piss-poor effort by your Jags. I thought it was going to be a shootout.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hoping for.
ETN, that's good.
He'll drop to throw.
First play with
Come
And the
on.
pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked by
Ronnie,
Ronnie
though.
Harrison.
Like, Ronnie's
That's
slow.
not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him and go out and play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll complete this one to Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, can we get a chance?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh my God.
Complete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Let's shoot some shit out.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On the ball. On the ready.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring
Get the entire fuck out of here.
But in that case, that didn't
Get the entire fuck out of here.
Oh, you picked the
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But you see why he did.
First
I
downs
had
on
to
the
get rid
drive
of
already.
that.
As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A give running right, ETN.
But his shit was like.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
He's good on that. I think it said franchise.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 44. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
down.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll run with Etienne.
Good shit.
That's crazy.
He will be knocked down hard, but
He posed with that block anyway. He had to reach over, but he did. He got it
What
done.
were they thinking on defense there? They looked
That's
like they
what
were
I'm
playing for the
talking about,
pass.
shit,
That was
bro.
3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he gets this to Thornton. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton, 31 yards. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Every time I play, I just run. Man got like 97 accuracy and like 95 power. Like, I don't know how he not the loop.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it. The big fella. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like their early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They go back to the ground with Jones. They wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
Come on, you got to get him.
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trayvon Walker. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, damn, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, Thornton. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Okay.
Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this one out. Jags touchdown.
Block like this, 72.
Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Jay, who else?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
How much was his contract?
I think I only gave him 3 years.
Okay. You were able to do that? Man, The reason I traded for him because, well, obviously all his shit was
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Like, I would have kept him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Come on! Like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Oh, the team is ass, man.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
I got the kicker from the Bills. Was it Tyler Bass?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers.
I couldn't tell.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost a lead into the ball.
That's
Every
all I
snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a...
And Rodgers intercepted
Ashton Davis wants to be a ball. He's trying to
by Ashton Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Yeah, it looked like I had all the shit that he wanted. So I ain't really got to go crazy. Put in a contract out there.
I'm looking forward to the next.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I had put in an offer for Austin Eckler.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead,
when I was
now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating.
I can see why he did it.
They might want to think about getting some of their backups a little bit.
Back and then throw that damn shit.
Save some of this for the next time.
Yo, he had. I realized it said Robbie Anderson.
Straight ahead, ETN. And some room to maneuver. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
But it's just say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yep.
Again, it's ETN off the option, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Okay, he has to throw.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The play action fake.
And you did that.
Now he's hit on the return.
Come on, Madden.
I'll take it, man.
Come on, man.
You want me to. You're the boss.
Come on, man.
Really, He's just too loose with the football on the return, and he caught it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception.
You can't make shit up like this.
Game assaulted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Oh, my goodness.
Goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch.
What?
Come on, he's not touched. That's not a touchdown. Come on, hey yo, DJ, you gotta beat your boy. Your boy is making plays out here. Oh my gosh, this nigga Statue of Liberty. He had to leave his feet. That's what 6'4" can do for you.
That's funny.
Let's go.
That's what 6'4" can do for you.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Oh my God! That's a big flip.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And a pass here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. The kick by Bass is good. And the line is on. It's 24-0. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions, that's difficult.
Fucking
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
You got to be kidding me, man.
Shout out to the boys.
You got to be kidding me.
Damn. Shout out to the boys.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Thank you, man.
Give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And I don't get the same respect.
11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
That's cool.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Trouble, 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this off to ETN. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And taken right at the 35. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers.
Shout out to my right tackle,
the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out.
Shout out to my right tackle watching
TV. Themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
23 yards the pickup there. On play action. Now Rodgers. Pressure comes and down he goes. Michael O.J. Mudia in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
That's awesome.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Rodgers.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And shout out to my right tackle watching TV again.
Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Shout out to my right tackle watching TV.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one.
Hey, yo,
Find his big tight end over the middle. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Rodgers gonna throw.
And
right side is gonna be caught.
God damn it, man.
2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. And a run blitz,
I love to see it. That's how you block for the rook. What is that?
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. 52 yards now on the ground on just
7 carries. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Again, this man has 3 situations he could have fumbled, but they apparently got
and here's 2nd and goal.
a vice grip on the ball.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trusting him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that.
I'm glad you decided to actually play
but you and I both know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so.
I'm proud of you.
And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your
I'm proud of you. You've already ran the ball probably half the time that you ran the ball the entire of last season. I'm proud of you.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
I'm proud of you.
Complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9
It's okay,
yards.
man. I'm just glad
bring
you
up a 2nd and short. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Rodgers now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him.
Can't get that. I should have high pointed it.
At the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Rodgers to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He dropped it.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you get on the sidelines. things work for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads.
Boy.
The defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Shout out to my right tackle.
Sack of the afternoon.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing effort from an 86 overall lineman.
Late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately,
I'm just glad the Jags are actually playing football.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
I might trade that man, to be honest. This shit is such a waste of money.
The CDO is a little extra excitement for
spend that much money, then I shouldn't be getting sacked that many times.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start